Hey guys, welcome back for my final episode review for now, episode 12, The Council of the Crystal King. Before we begin, I just want to make it clear, this video will have spoilers in it, so please keep that in mind. Anyways, the Crystal Spiders guide Lloyd to this hidden chamber, where he gets on a train and heads off to the Crystal King's temple. Meanwhile, the mechanic breaks free and fights the ninja, and he escapes, which dooms Lloyd's effort to infiltrate the council. Lloyd arrives at the temple, where he sees a huge vegetable army and the other villains, including Mr. F, who is the new Mr. E. The Kabuki person comes out, drops an epic Among Us reference, and exposes Lloyd as the imposter. And then the Kabuki person reveals herself to be, Ruby. The part of Crystalized I've been the most excited for is seeing all the villains back. And so far, that has definitely been the best part. It is so cool to see all of these awesome Ninjago villains in one room. I love the brief dynamic that we see between Pythor and Asphira. I think a lot of people were definitely excited to see these guys finally interact, given that they are the two biggest serpentine villains of the series. Mr. E is also back somehow. I think it's pretty funny how he's called Mr. F now. But yeah, it was also very cool to see the Kabuki person. There's so much to say about this person. We see him briefly have a tense interaction with Evangelis, which I think is nice because it shows how this Kabuki person really does have a lot of power. I think the series has done an excellent job of building up this Kabuki person to a point where the Kabuki person is even more scary than the supervillains they've assembled. And rightfully so, because it is revealed that this Kabuki person is Ruby. I am very concerned about this, and we'll talk about that later, but there is a good side too. The reveal of Ruby as the Kabuki person is fantastic. There's a slow, dreading realization that dawns upon both the viewer and Lloyd as she starts to sing the spider song. And also in hindsight it makes sense because she used these crystal spiders to build her team. Overall, the reveal of Ruby is great. It's definitely unexpected, it's very impactful, and also it's a really good place to divide the season because we're left wondering how the hell did she come back? Lloyd's role in this episode is great, and his impression of the mechanic continues to be hilarious. Also, it is very interesting to see this gigantic army of vegetable warriors. They don't elaborate on that too much in this episode, but they show it. And I think that's nice because it leaves us with this feeling of how large the Crystal King's operation is. The music in this episode continues to be great. I love any track associated with the Kabuki person or the Crystal Spiders. And the B plot of this episode focuses on the ninja as they try to stop the mechanic from escaping. I thought the fight was really good, given that it took place in the back of a moving vehicle. And also, I thought the second part that took place in the subway was cool too. I like how these trains come in and definitely played a role in the overall fight. So that was all great, but heading into the second half of the season, I want to express how extremely concerned I am for Harumi's return. And there's a few reasons as to why she shouldn't have came back. First of all, she died. Generally, I think it's a bad idea to bring back dead characters because it undermines the impact of their death. There are exceptions to this, such as Garbnod, and you may wonder, if they did it well with him, why am I concerned about Harumi? Reason number two is that Harumi's conclusion was a masterpiece. Harumi's death is not just good, it was, in my opinion, top-notch writing. Because we never really see if she turned good or not. Yeah, they do show her helping out this kid, but they don't really communicate if she ever felt regret for her actions. I think that kind of ambiguity is unimaginably powerful, because it means that Lloyd never really got a conclusion with her. And also, Ruby didn't die in a flashy, magic, crazy kind of way. She got crushed by a building. And I think it's a very human death for a character who was ultimately just a normal human. Unfortunately, all of this great stuff is at risk now that Ruby's back. Now, they could handle her very well. We will just have to see. For now, my concerns are just that, concerns. I thought the plot of this episode was awesome. Season 15 is finally leading more towards this villain stuff, and I love it. Not a single one of these villains has been bad this season. Even Asphira, who I disliked in Season 11, has been really good here. And I also think the reintroduction of Ruby was very good. And regarding characters, as I said, villains all great. Lloyd and the ninja are also very cool here too. And action this episode was well done. Even though it's kind of the side element of this episode, I liked the stuff that was going on with the mechanic and the ninja. And emotion was good too, especially Lloyd's surprise when Ruby is revealed. Despite my lengthy concerns about Ruby's return, this episode gets the full 10 out of 10 from me. I think all in all, this was a fantastic episode. It had a lot of great villain stuff, but also it's a very suspenseful point to pause the season at, and I think that they did well to divide Crystalized here. So that is all for this first batch of Crystalized reviews. It's been a lot, but it's also been fun, and I hope that you guys enjoyed these. Moving forward, a few more Crystalized midway videos are coming, including some predictions for the second half. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone different you know. Share your thoughts on episode 12, The Council of the Crystal King, below, and I'll see you guys next time.